Aimkaam presents Empower Yourself through Employability Skills.
Hello dear listener, hearty congratulations for your choice to listen to this powerful audiobook. Empower yourself through employability skills, which would help you to grab a job of your choice and also helps excel in your personal as well as professional life. This audiobook is brought to you by Mr. Pani, who is the founder CEO of aimkaam Consult Trainers, a fast-growing training company which also assists the deserved in finding the right placement. Mr. Pani is a postgraduate in HRM with PG Diploma in Personal Management and Industrial Relations, Diploma in Training and Development, and Certified Trainer and Facilitator from Colton Advanced Management Institute, USA. He is having more than 2 decades of experience in diverse industries such as civil defense, media, public relations, pharma, education and training. A passionate practitioner of management and training, he advocates proactive attitude for progress in all spheres of life. His training effectiveness is reflected in thousands of employees and students who are well placed in well-known MNCs all over India. He has trained government officials, corporate employees, IT professionals, and people from all walks of life. Apart from management, he is having diverse interests in music, literature, content management, research, media, and public relations. He is visiting faculty to many management institutes and universities such as IASE Deemed University and Sikkim Manipal University. He worked in Mauritius and also coordinated the activities of World Telugu Conference as Executive Committee member. This audiobook reflects his life's ambition to serve the society through soft skills by empowering youth to grab a job of their choice and his passionate mission of training the world to succeed. Have a great listening and learning experience.
Dear friends, one of my favorite quotations comes from Abraham Lincoln when he said, "Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe." A young man approached the foreman of a logging crew and asked for a job. "That depends," replied the foreman. "Let's see you fell this tree." The young man stepped forward and skillfully felled a great tree. Impressed, the foreman exclaimed, "You can start Monday." Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday rolled by, and Thursday afternoon, the foreman approached the young man and said, "You can pick up your paycheck on the way out today." Startled, the young man replied, "I thought you paid on Friday." "Normally we do," said the foreman, "but we are letting you to go today because you have fallen behind. Our daily felling charts show that you have dropped from first place on Monday to last place today." "But I am hard worker," the young man objected. "I arrive first, leave last, and even have worked through my coffee breaks." The foreman, sensing the young man's integrity, thought for a minute and then asked, "Have you been sharpening your axe?" The young man replied, "No, sir. I have been working too hard to take time for that." Our lives are like that. We sometimes get so busy that we don't take time to sharpen the axe. In today's world, it seems that everyone is busier than ever, but less happy than ever. Why is that? Could it be that we have forgotten how to stay sharp? There is nothing wrong with activity and hard work, But God doesn't want us to get so busy that we neglect the truly important things in life, like taking time to pray, to read and study scripture, or to listen to the still small voice of God. We all need time to relax, to think and meditate, to learn and grow. If we don't take time to sharpen the axe, we will become dull and lose our effectiveness. Sharpening your axe means you have to enhance your skills to become more effective in this competitive world. Unless you sharpen your axe, you will lose the game of life and become ineffective. Every skill will help you to sharpen your axe. Employability skills are those which help to sharpen your axe and strengthen you to become more effective in professional as well as personal life. You have to train yourself in these skills to achieve what you dream and aspire. Peter Hawkins rightly said, "To be employed is to be at risk. To be employable is to be secure." Carl Gilead, Chief Executive, Association of Graduate Recruiters, UK, opines that 21st century graduates need to demonstrate to employers that they can hit the ground running. In addition to working hard to gain a good degree, students should engage in extracurricular activities and obtain work experience in order to develop skills that will make them better prepared for the world of work. It is also important for students to become self-aware and develop the confidence to market themselves effectively when the time comes to apply for jobs. What is employability? What are employability skills? Employability is the capability of getting and keeping satisfactory work. Then, what are employability skills? A set of achievements, understandings, and personal attributes that make individuals more likely to gain employment and to be successful in their chosen occupations. Employability skills are those basic skills necessary for getting, keeping, and doing well on a job. Employability skills are transferable core skill groups that represent essential functional and enabling knowledge, skills, and attitudes required by the 21st century workplace. They are necessary for career success at all levels of employment and for all levels of education. You may also see these skills referred to as transferable skills or personal skills. In the context of your career planning and development, they are called career management skills. Other factors that help to make people employable include knowledge and abilities relating to a particular job, the ability to identify suitable job opportunities, self-presentation on applications and at interviews, and external factors such as the job market and personal circumstances. The two greatest concerns of employers today are finding good employees and training them. The difference between the skills needed on the job and those possessed by applicants, sometimes called the skills gap, is of real concern to human resource managers and business owners looking to hire competent employees. These employability skills are also called job readiness skills that help them fit into and remain in the work environment is a problem. Employers need reliable, responsible employees who can solve problems and who have the social skills and attitudes to work together with fellow employees. employability skills are critical. Employment skills are the generic skills, attitudes, and behaviors that employers look for in new recruits and that they develop through training programs for current employees. In the workplace, as in school, the skills are integrated and used in varying combinations depending on the nature of the particular job activities. How are employability skills developed? Employability skills are developed in school and through a variety of life experiences outside school. The student, the family, and the education system, supported and enhanced by the rest of society, share this responsibility. Academic skills. Those skills which provide the basic foundation to get, keep, and progress on a job and to achieve the best results. Communicate, understand, and speak the languages in which business is conducted. Listen to understand and learn. Read, comprehend, and use written materials including graphs, charts, and displays. Write effectively in the languages in which business is conducted. Think. Think critically and act logically to evaluate situations, solve problems, and make decisions. Understand and solve problems involving mathematics and use the results. Use technology, instruments, tools, and information systems effectively. Access and apply specialized knowledge from various fields. For example, skilled trades, technology, physical sciences, arts, and social sciences. Learn. Continue to learn for life. Personal management skills or self-management skills. The combination of skills, attitudes, and behaviors required to get, keep, and progress on a job and to achieve the best results. Positive attitudes and behaviors. Self-esteem and confidence. Honesty, integrity, and personal ethics. A positive, proactive, productive, and progressive attitude towards learning, growth, and personal health. Initiative, energy, and persistence to get the job done. Responsibility. The ability to set goals and priorities in work and personal life. The ability to plan and management time, money, and other resources to achieve goals. Accountability for actions taken. Adaptability. A positive attitude toward change. Recognition of and respect for people's diversity and individual differences. The ability to identify and suggest new ideas to get the job done creatively. Teamwork skills. Those skills needed to work with others on a job and to achieve the best results. Work with others. Understand and contribute to the organization's goals. Understand and work within the culture of the group. Plan and make decisions with others and support the outcomes. Respect the thoughts and opinions of others in the group. Exercise, give and take to achieve group results. Seek a team approach as appropriate. lead when appropriate, mobilizing the group for high performance. Knowledge workers who demonstrate this highly skilled, adaptive blend of technical and human relations ability are recognized by employers as their primary competitive edge. Job-specific technical skills in a given field are no longer sufficient as employers scramble to fill an increasing number of interdependent jobs. Employers identify employability skills that enable individuals to prove their value to an organization as the key to job survival. The volume of major studies undertaken in the past 2 decades to identify and describe employability skills underscores their criticality. American Society of Training and Development emphasized 16 skill groups across all job families. Basic competency skills such as reading, writing, computation. 4 components of communication skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Adaptability skills. These are problem solving, thinking creatively, to work under pressure, and resilience. Developmental skills such as self-esteem, motivation, goal setting, and career planning. Group effectiveness skills. These are interpersonal skills, teamwork, negotiation, time management, and influencing skills such as understanding organizational culture, sharing leadership, motivating to contribute more, proactive attitude. You can't rely on your degree alone to automatically open doors after you graduate. It will certainly unlock doors. In other words, it will make you eligible to apply for jobs that specify must be a graduate, and the subject or class of your degree may also be important to certain employers. But however good your degree class, however relevant to your subject, to the career that you shall be applying for, it is likely that you will be competing for this job with a number of other graduates who are equally well qualified academically. Once your degree has unlocked the door, you will need the right mix of skills, abilities, and personal qualities in order to turn the handle and give the door the push that will open it to you. Before doing this, of course, you need to have chosen the right door. Your degree subject and academic ability may influence this choice, but your skills, values, interests, and personality will be just as important in making final decisions on your choice of career. The world of work is in a state of continual change. A graduate's career today may involve moving between a number of different job functions and employers, and those jobs and employers are themselves likely to change and develop during the time that a graduate is employed in them. Employers are therefore seeking graduates who are enterprising, resourceful, and adaptable, and who, as well as their degree, possess a range of skills which can be used in a wide variety of settings as well as in their careers. These are known as employability skills. This does not mean that your degree is irrelevant to employers. The subject and standard of your degree may be essential or useful in helping you enter your chosen career, but it does mean that in parallel with your studies, you should aim to develop skills that will be of help to you in your future career, as such skills are sought by all kinds of employers. The skills you should be developing are the skills that reflect your own personality, interests, and abilities, as these are the qualities that will influence your eventual choice of career. Employers look for a range of skills in graduate applicants, many of which are common to a number of different career areas. Those most frequently mentioned are communication, team working, leadership, initiative, problem solving, flexibility, and enthusiasm. Many skills overlap with one another. Leadership, for example, encompasses a number of other skills, including cooperating with others, planning and organizing, making decisions, and verbal communication. Verbal communication itself involves various means of communication, some of which you may find easier than others: talking over the phone, making a presentation to a group, explaining something to a person with a more limited understanding of the topic, for example. By improving one skill, you may also improve in a number of others. Let me conclude this journey of learning employability skills with a story of resilience and perseverance. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with great talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. Once upon a time, in ancient China, the people at a village received orders from the regional governor to build a shrine for the emperor. If they could meet the deadline, the governor would reward them handsomely. The chosen location for the shrine had a well, so they needed to fill it up before construction could take place. They brought in a donkey to transport piles of sand and mud for that purpose. An accident occurred. The donkey got too close to the exposed well, lost his footing, and fell into it. The villagers tried to lift him out but could not. After many failed attempts, they realized it would take too long to rescue him. Keeping the deadline in mind, the villagers decided to sacrifice the donkey. They proceeded to shovel the sand and mud into the well, thinking they had no choice but to bury him alive. When the donkey realized what they were doing, he began to wail pitifully. The villagers heard him but ignored him. The value of the donkey wasn't much compared to the rewards they would get, so they continued to shovel. After a while, the wailing stopped. The villagers wondered about this. Was the donkey dead already, or did he just give up? What was going on? Curious, they looked in the well. A surprising sight greeted them. The donkey was alive and well. When the mud and sand rained down on him, he shrugged them off and then stamped around until they were tightly packed below him. This formed solid ground that lifted him a bit higher each time. Eventually, the donkey got high enough inside the well. With one powerful leap, he jumped out of it. Amazed, the villagers watched as he trotted off with his head held high. Aren't you and I just like the donkey in the well sometimes? We all have days when we feel as if we are trapped. We can't get out, and there seems to be a never-ending stream of sand and mud raining down on us. When we encounter adversity, our first impulse may be to complain. We ask ourselves questions like, why does stuff like this always happen to me? Or, what have I done to deserve this? Just like the wailing of the donkey, our grievances have no effect whatsoever. The sand and mud continue to fall. Expressing outrage and feeling sorry for ourselves do not change anything. In the story, the donkey came to the realization that his wailing was futile. In real life, many of us are not quite as intelligent. Even though we know it won't do any good, we still cry over spilt milk and wallow in bitterness. This can become a repeating pattern of frustration, followed by complaints, followed by more frustration and more complaints. When we fall into this pattern, we cannot be at our best. The cycle of negativity prevents our mental state from being resourceful. One way to break out of this pattern is to realize that we ourselves had a hand in authoring our fate, the good as well as the bad. Notice how the donkey was the one who carried the sand and mud next to the well. Whether he realized it or not, there was a note of irony in that he initiated the problem he complained about later. I know a friend who could not stop talking about how miserable his life had become. He worked at a large corporation and was under constant pressure to perform. He had many co-workers and he did not get along with some of them. "I'm trapped," he said miserably. "I need to get out, but I can't." He had all but forgotten that years ago. He was the one who applied for an opening at this corporation. His goal was to work for a large organization, so he competed against other candidates aggressively, fought hard for the position and won. Therefore, he was at the very least partially responsible for his subsequent misery. Therefore, the question we really should ask isn't, what have I done to deserve this? Rather, it is, what have I done to cause this? Once we break out of the complaining mode, we must then come to the realization that there is value in everything, even things we normally consider bad. No matter what happens, there is always something we can learn from it. There is always some way for us to turn it from something negative to something positive. Next, we deal with the adversity itself. We need to be able to shrug it off, just as the donkey shrugged mud and sand off his body. To shrug it off doesn't mean pretending it never occurred. We recognize and acknowledge the event, with the crucial distinction that we do not see it as a personal affront. The villagers continued to shovel mud and sand for their own reasons, not because they hated the donkey. Similarly, when something bad happens to us, it isn't because the universe has something against us. It is not an attack and it is not personal. We then make use of negativity. The donkey used the mud and sand as building blocks. In the same way, we can use a negative event as the raw material to increase or enhance our spiritual cultivation. Let's see some examples. Has someone leveled a harsh criticism against us? That criticism may not contain a kernel of truth. If so, it shows us how we can improve. If not, it is a baseless attack that becomes a way for us to practice detachment from opinions that are not constructive? Has someone gotten in the way and blocked our path? It's an opportunity for us to reinforce our determination, strengthen our resolve, and increase our flexibility as we figure out a way around the obstacle. Has someone abandoned us or gone back on a promise? This is something we can use as a lesson that teaches us to become more independent and self-sufficient. Ultimately, we can only rely on ourselves. Has someone spread vicious and untrue rumors about us? If so, it's a reminder that we can live in such a way so that no one would ever believe them. It's also something that reveals the true nature of the people around us, a convenient way to find out who our real friends are. When we look at it from this perspective, we quickly realize that there isn't anything we cannot use in some way. We can even say that everything that happens can be good because we can make it serve us in some capacity. No matter what kind of sand or mud is falling on us, we can step on it and use it to elevate us a little higher. The more we do this, the better we get at it. Each negative event that occurs becomes just another helpful stepping stone. Every adversity moves us up until we rise to the level of the Thro sages, who are known for their ability to handle anything with calmness and composure. Now we begin to understand their secret. Just like the donkey jumping out of the well, we will be able to transcend beyond the mud and sand. Negativity and adversity no longer have any power over us and may as well not exist. The prison of bitter complaints disappears below us as we make the leap. We are no longer trapped in the well. Of course, ultimately, the challenge is to let others lead small lives, but not you. Let others argue over small things, but not you. Let others cry over small hurts, but not you. Let others leave their future in someone else's hands, but not you. Wish you all good luck.